We owe it to constituents and taxpayers to get a full accounting as to why these increases every year.
Right now on WHAS 11 News at noon, a formal audit into Louisville's MSD. The accusations against the organization resulting in an investigation from the state. Plus, support continues to pour in for a Southern Indiana family. How football teams across the area are paying tribute to Cordon's Bryce Gerlach. And any minute, we've just found out a decision on whether a distillery can expand its site in Nulu. The city's ruling on Rabbit Hole's future. We are following some heartbreaking news to start off your noon hour here on this Thursday. A deadly house fire in Carrollton with at least one rescue. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Brooke Hash. We do know from Carrollton police that it happened around 6 o'clock this morning. Police said a 3-year-old was rescued from that fire and flown here to Louisville for care. They say the fire is still ongoing and believe there could be multiple deaths. We do have a crew en route there now. We'll update you when we have more information. In Louisville, a JCPS student was injured in a self-inflicted shooting outside school this morning. It happened in the student parking lot of Atherton High School around 9 a.m. JCPS confirmed that shooting took place inside of a car, and police believe the injuries are non-life threatening. We'll keep you updated as we learn more, both on air and online. And new here at noon, Kentucky's state auditor is officially looking into Louisville's Metropolitan Sewer District, known as MSD. This morning, Metro Councilman Scott Reed and State Representative Jared Bowman addressed their formal audit request inside Metro Hall. Councilman Reed says it follows noticeable sewer rate hikes, 7 of the last 10 years, as well as salary raises for MSD executives. Bowman said these rates are impacting the finances of his constituents across South Louisville.
One told me that they have to make the decision between paying their MSD bill and buying groceries. One paying their MSD bill and buying medicine. One paying their MSD bill and buying car insurance. We as elected representatives cannot sit by while the executives at MSD give themselves balloon raises on the backs of the very ratepayers that we represent.
Now, in the last hour, MSD responded to this audit saying, quote, "Our rates are driven by the billions of dollars in system enhancements required by the federal government. While we never want to increase rates, measured increases over time are required in order to continue to protect the health and safety of our communities." That audit is expected to last through next year. New Albany police are working with LMPD now to find the shooters involved in Saturday night's triple shooting at the Harvest Homecoming Festival. 2 people were hurt and 18-year-old Bryce Gerlach was killed. Our Clarice Shaley shares how those in Cordon are rallying behind his family.
You have an ACP, a fajita steak. Okay, it's going to be $51.91.
Rita's Taco Shop in Cordon still busy after a day full of fundraising, selling a lot of their ACP dish. That order a favorite for their best customer, Bryce Gerlach.
It was his favorite dish. We've seen him quite often, and he had one dish he always ordered, never changed.
The restaurant chose Tuesday this week to donate all sales of ACPs to go toward the Gerlach family.
We already had, I think, like 90 orders before we had even opened.
The line was just pouring out the door.
I had so many tickets, like the phone was nonstop.
Altogether, the restaurant sold over 1,000 ACPs.
It's what people see when they come into the town of Cordon. And I knew that would make a statement to not only the family, but our community.
Charmin's Farm Market joining the cause to support Bryce's family, setting up a donation bin.
All right. Yeah.
They're leaving the bin out for another week or so, matching up to $500 donated.
There's so many businesses here, not only in our community, but in Southern Indiana that have done their own part or wanting to do their own part. And, you know, we have people that donate change, and that's fine too.
In Cordon, Clarice Shaley, WHAS 11 on your side.
If you'd like to help the Gerlach family, we have a link to the GoFundMe account under the Story of the GMK tab on our homepage. People in Cordon are preparing a special memorial for Gerlach tomorrow night. He played football for Cordon Central High School and would have celebrated his senior night on Friday. Gerlach will be honored during the game's senior night ceremony. Gates open at 5 o'clock at Cordon Central. That ceremony will take place at 6:30. Silver Creek will also be selling bracelets in honor of Gerlach, with proceeds going going to his family. And we'll also mention his visitation is underway at First Capital Christian Church in Corden right now. It goes until 8 o'clock tonight. And there's another visitation on Saturday from 9 to 11 a.m. followed by his funeral service. Police are looking for several suspects in this case. They said 2 groups of people got into a fight outside of that Harvest homecoming, leading to several people firing shots in all different directions. If you know anything, call New Albany's anonymous tip line. It's on your screen right now, 812-948-NAPD. A lot of news to get to here on this Thursday, but one thing we can rely on is some quiet weather. For you, Sam.
Yes, quiet weather still sticking around. And, you know, this morning, Brooke, was pretty cold. Keep in mind, in Louisville, we did only fall to about 40 in the city. You had to kind of get in communities like Bedford, Brandenburg. That's where we did see the low 30s and even upper 20s early this morning. The past 20 hours, yesterday we did climb to about 55. We were forecasting the upper 50s for the high temperature. And notice this morning only fell to about 40 in Louisville around 8 in the morning. And right now we're actually cruising to 58 degrees. We're likely only going to be hitting 64 as we get you into the afternoon today. So crystal clear blue sky underway. It's going to be a gorgeous afternoon when it comes to our sky condition. But just keep in mind, if you are going to be out and about today, it will be a bit on the brisk side of things. 41 in Bedford, 58 in Louisville. You see kind of the wind particles in this map, kind of more of a north wind to our west and more of a north wind to our east and more of a south wind to our west. As that high pressure rolls overhead, we're going to be dealing with more of a south wind in days to come. So that's why I'm actually forecasting warmer air throughout the course of the weekend. The full updated weather forecast coming up.
All right, Sam, we have learned a teenager shot yesterday in Old Louisville has died. Metro Police said the shooting happened around 3:30 near 3rd and St. Catherine Streets. Police said they do not have any suspects. So if you know anything, you are asked to call that LMPD tip line at 574-LMPD. Rabbit Hole Distillery will be able to demolish 2 buildings in New Lou in hopes of expanding its property. The Metro Historic Landmarks and Preservation District Commission just delivered that ruling moments ago. It comes after people living in the area protested the distillery's expansion through a petition to declare the buildings historical landmarks. Well, more than 100 people signed that petition. Our Jose Alonso has been following the story since Rabbit Hole petitioned to expand. He'll be bringing us what comes next today at WHAS 11 News at 4. A jury could be finalized today in the retrial of Brett Hankison. Both sides are working to select a panel of 12 with 4 alternates, whittling that group down from a pool of more than 100 potential jurors. So here's Hankison entering the federal courthouse in downtown Louisville this morning. He's charged with violating the civil rights of Breonna Taylor and residents of a neighboring apartment the night she was killed by Metro Police. Hankison has never been convicted. Louisville attorney and former federal prosecutor Brian Butler, who is not involved in this trial, acting as a legal analyst for us, telling us the prosecutors have an uphill battle this time around.
They did what they thought they could to win, and they didn't win. So now they already know what the defense is going to do. They know what the defense has done both times. I think it's going to be very difficult to get a different outcome for them.
Both juries in Hankison's last 2 trials chose not to convict him. In his wanton endangerment trial in 2022, he was acquitted. Then last November, a hung jury led to a mistrial. Our team is in federal court as we speak. Download the WHAS 11 Plus app for the latest updates. You can also stream our coverage from that app as well.